Alright, in today's demo, we are going to perform a basic setup of ISCSI target on a Windows server. So the purpose of this demo, it is for the prepare work for the future DB2 pure scale setup, because for the pure scale, it need a cluster software to be installed. Also, mainly we need a shared storage. So in that the multiple nodes can use the shared disk. So that is we're going to use the SCSI technology to provide the shared storage. So ISCSI, it is means Internet Small Computer System Interface. So this is the common. People can use this technology or protocol to provide shared storage disk. So in this demo, we have 3 servers. This is our demo system. We're gonna do the ISCSI server setup on a Windows box. Here is the host name, operating system, version, and IP address. So after we set up this ISCSI target, so we're gonna create some SCSI virtual disks. And then we're gonna use 2 Red Hat Linux box and to attach those to the Red Hat Linux. Okay, so this is our purpose and the demo. So briefly, it's relatively simple. And on the SCSI, the Windows server, in this case, the DC1, we're going to add a SCSI role that is from the server manager. After that, we're going to just create some disk, virtual disk. And so the SCSI client or SCSI initiator can use those virtual disks. So it's fairly straightforward. So let's move on. On the SCSI client side, and basically it's going to start this ISCSI service. If it's not yet, by default it should be installed. We just need to start it, and then run a command, ISCSI command, and it discover the target and attach those virtual disk. Okay. All right. So that is briefly we plan to do. Okay. So then let me make this smaller. So let's work on the server side. Okay. And minimize this command window and go to the server side. So this is the SCSI server, DC1, and let's see, host name and host name. So this is the Windows server host name. Okay, so we're gonna use this host name to be the SCSI target or SCSI server, provided SCSI service. So we're going to go to dashboard, add roles and features. So go to next and go to next and pick up, this is the server name. So we only have 1 server. And from here, that is the server role. So we're gonna go this one. It's called File Storage Services, and expand this one. So here you can see it. It's called SCSI Target Server. Let's see. Let me make this drag this a little bit. So we're gonna use this ISCSI target server and install this one. Okay, so let's do a next ISCSI target server. Next, and I don't need to check this one because it won't need a reboot after install. Okay. So let's pause the video and this take a not a long time to just add this SCSI server feature. Okay. All right, let's continue. It says the installation successful. So let's close this window. So one thing I want to mention, it is by default, the SCSI service is running on port 3260. We may need to open the firewall if need. Okay. So in my case, the firewall is disabled, so it should be accessed from the cloud. All right, so let's go back to the server manager. So we're going to go to this file and the storage service. So from there, we're going to go to the ISCSI. Right now it's empty. There's nothing. You see now we're going to see to create an SCSI virtual disk. Okay, so we're going to use this wizard. So this is the starting page, and then we need to give the SCSI virtual disk name. So let's see, we're gonna create a virtual disk we called RGL. Well, this is because we're gonna use for my two Red Hat disk. Okay, so we're gonna call it is core. A tier brick, so call it core disk. Okay. So will be used in the future. So let's see. I'm gonna give let's see 2 gig or 1 gig. Let's give 1 gig for fixed size. This is just for quorum, and then go to next. Okay, so next, and the target name and the access. We just see RH. Whatever name you want to give. Okay, and 9. And let's see, we can use the same name. Okay, Carl. Okay. Oh, you said dash. Okay, not underscore. Okay, so go to next. So now we need the server can access this virtual disk. So we're gonna add. So in our case, we're gonna use that's the IP address. Let's bring up another window. So we have 2 servers. One it is 206, one 207. I'm gonna use these 2 IP address. Okay. So IP address, it is going to be 192.168.1.206. Okay, this is one of them. So we add this one. So we're going to add another one, and also we're going to use IP. It's more clear. So 192.168.1.207. So I want to give access to this 2. So let's go to next. So this is, you can enable username password, but I'm just skip this one, so we don't need the username password to access this virtual disk. Okay. So now let's see create. So we're gonna have a a virtual disk. This is the location of this virtual disk. You see it is not connected. And so now we have this disk, so we can create another one. But for time saving, I'm gonna go to the Linux side and do the attach this disk. So I'm just use this example. Create another one. It's going to be similar. Okay. So now let me go back to that command window. So this is we already done the on the server side, on the SCSI side. We added the row success. We create a virtual disk. You can create multiple virtual disk, but in this example, I just create one. If time permit, we can create another one. Okay, so let's mount this one for attach this one. So I'm going to let's see, connect to the one of the server. So let me give more space so we can see it more clear. Let's see. All right, so let me remove these spaces so this have more space can see it. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna work on this one of this one. Okay, R98. So let's do SSH. I'm gonna log on as a root, the host name. So this is our one of the client. So we're gonna so first it says we need enable and start ISCSI service. By default, it should be installed, but it's not stable. So let's do a status ISCSI D. Okay. So this one is already active, it's running. So let me enable it. So because I probably started, so we're gonna enable it for permanent. And after that, let's check the status. It's active running. So if it's not, by default, we probably have to install the package. So let's do IPM -QA if you grab the iSCSI. You can see what package it's basically this is the package. If you install this package, it will install it. If this package is not installed, you will not have this SCSI initiate. Okay, so in our case, it is started. So let me do the same thing for another server. So because another server probably haven't touched yet, so I'm going to go to NIB. Okay. So if we do the system control Avocado status ISCSI D, yeah, you see this. This is the system haven't touched yet, so currently it's not active. So we're going to enable this one. It's similar like on the Windows. You just on the change that service GUI to set to automatic. So let's start it. So started. Let's do the status. You can see it is the SCSI initiate is running on the Windows. The same thing. Okay, so in our example, although the SCSI target is Windows, it can be a Linux. Okay, so vice versa. So it really doesn't matter. The reason we choose Windows because it's straightforward, it's simple. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do the discover the target. Let me go back to that server. So to discover the SCSI target, the command we're going to use is called ISCSI SCSI admin. So ISCSI admin is going to be used. Okay. So in my case, so we're gonna do. Let's see. Let me retrieve some old command called ISCSI. Let's see. Okay, so this is command I'm going to use. So the first one is the mode is discover. So we're gonna discover the target, and you can use the man page to or help page to see the syntax. But this one I just copied from Red Hat website. So it's basically mode. It is discover. Okay, so discover. T is the type. ST is, for short, it means send targets. And the P, it is the port. And by default is 3260. We already see it from another screen. Okay, so and then the name, the host, the IP address of this target. In our case, is DC1, so we're going to 168.1.221. Okay, so because we are on the client, so we're gonna find the target from this machine. Okay, so let's run this this command to see what's gonna get. Okay, so let's see. We're going to. So from there, you can see, oh, we find it. So this is basically, you see, it's called IQN, blah, blah. And this is the target, target name. You see, it is DC1 dash red and 9. That is what we define over there. Okay, so on this host. So after we find, we can attach to this system. Before we do attach, so let's do a run command called lsblk. This basically lists the block devices. Right now, we don't have the SCSI disk yet. SCSI, you can, let's see, SCSI, let's see. Double. Let's see. Minus help. Help. Let's see. But that's fine. That's what is the command? SCSI, not ISCSI. Okay. So right now we don't have any SCSI. This is the disk we had the system have, or once we mount it, we can see the schedule. Okay. So right now, we can use F disk. There's another way to look at F disk minus L. So we list the disk we have, right? So, but the important thing we just want to see, we have SDA disk SR0. So we're going to, once we attached, so we're gonna see like SDB. So that is the SD disk, okay, in the slash device. So if we do a lsdev, this is all the devices, and let's see SD star. So right now we have SDA. So now we're gonna attach. Okay, to attach a similar thing, we're gonna use the ISCSI. This one, the mode is going to be use node. And from there, so we're gonna use the target is capital T to the target. Now this one, so that is from the discover. Okay, let's see earlier we discovered the target. Okay, so so it's going to be this one. Okay, target, then minus L. Minus is login because in our case, we don't have, we didn't specify the username password. It just for simplicity, we just don't need that. Just attach this disk. Okay, so let's run this command. Not node. Okay, node. Look like it's successful. All right. So now let's do a ARS BLK block. You see, now we have this disk. This is a block device or raw device, raw disk. So it's 1 gig attached to. So let's do the same thing for the another server. So we're gonna run the same command. So we're gonna first do the discovery. And not this one. So copy this. Okay, we discovered. Now we're gonna run the attach. Okay, attach the virtual disk. Before we do that, same thing. Let's do ls blk. We only see SDA and SR0. So after we attach, we're gonna see SDB disk. Okay, 1 gig. So you can see on the two Linux box, they both have this disk attached. So this is raw device or raw disk. So this raw disk is shared between these two disks. I mean, it can be accessed concurrently. So that is what we're gonna use those disks to build a cluster. On the Linux, for example, we built like GPFS, that is the file system to be used for the pure scale. And also, if we do the SQL Server always on, not always on the FCI failover cluster instance, so we need to share the disk. We're gonna do the similar thing. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So let's see, it's about 20 minutes. Let's do another one. So in this way, I'm going to have two disks. Okay. So let me go back to this. So now right click, I'm going to add a new SCSI virtual drive. So we already have one. So we just follow the same thing. Okay. So the new one, let's see, we're gonna call it yeah, this whatever name you would like. Now we call dash. Let's see, we call data. So this is going to be the used for the data. Maybe I'm not calling it the data. Let me call it. I think that's fine. Just call it data is including also the in the future the software. Okay, data disk. And go to next. So this one, let's see. I'm going to give it like 50 gig. But I'm used dynamic. It's not like fixed size. So and we'll take whatever needed. So go to next. So similar thing, we're gonna you can reuse this existing SCSI target, but I'm going to create a new one. So I'm going to go to next. So name I'm gonna call red. RHEL9. So this one I might call it data. Okay. and go to next. So similar thing, we can add this one because it's already in their cache. So I just add this two for these two target. Oh yeah, let's just repeat. We can do the same thing. Okay, so we can do 192.168.1.206. This one of them. I just repeated the same thing. Okay, add. So similar thing, IP address. Just give access to the server, similar like the NFS another day we did. So 127. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go to next. We don't want special username password, so we skip this one. So it's create. It's pretty quick because it's dynamic. It's not. Now you can see we have two ISCSI disk. One is we call this Chrome, another called data. So and now let's go back to our Linux box. So for the Linux box, similar thing. And but this time, let me just exit this section. So let's do SSH root at R9B. So I have A and B box. All right, so this is A. Let me exit this one. Oh, this is B. This is A. Okay. Similar thing. Let's see. We're gonna do L BLK, right? Okay, so it has BLK. All right. So now let's do the discover again. Discover. This discover. Let's go this first. Discover. Okay, so we're gonna discover one more time. So now you can see we have another one called the data target. So now we're gonna just attach this one. So let's see node. All right, so this time we're going to use the data one, okay? So, and so this is the target we're gonna use, okay? Well, somehow the copy paste is not working well. Let me try one more time, okay? Okay, target -L. Successful. Let's do SBLK. You can see another SD drive is being attached. So you see, we have SDB and SDC. They are raw disk right now. It's 1 gig, another is 50 gig. So we're gonna do the same thing for the for another server. So let's do the discover first. Okay, so we discovered. So then we're gonna do the similar thing and attach this virtual disk from the ISCSI target or ISCSI server and here. Okay. Control C. Okay. So let's discover it. Successful. Yeah, okay. Now you can see these two disks attached to both Linux servers. So in the future, we're gonna build the pure scale using these two disks. We can add more disks, if we need. Like for example, theoretically, we also want to have like the software install location instead of share with with the data. But for simplicity, we just use these two disks. One is for the cluster TPF cluster quorum, and this is for the shared location for the DB here. pure scale. All right, so that's all for today's video.